Welcome, welcome, welcome. Have I got a deck for you? It's Temerian Tuesday, and today we're going to be doing Belohun Bros. So the devs had talked about this. I think we have it working, but let me know what you guys think um, in the comments down below. Anyway, let's jump into this to show you exactly what it is we are thinking when we play this deck. I'm going to make one quick change. Engineering Solution instead. Gives us a shield for Onsace if we want it. Also for Stringer. And I don't see a lot of Vincents getting played, although we did just play one in my last game. But basically, the idea here is to get Belohun out. You can do like Belohun round 1 with Redanian Knights, Guards, Archers, Drummers. Adalia is super great with him. And then round 3, we'll do like our Visigodo, Dandelion, Priscilla, package, and then we use Cohen to just throw down some nasty value. I'll show you guys how that works. There's a decent chance that the two of the games we play today will just be total trash. Because this is definitely a deck where if the opponent gets a sense of what you're doing, it's pretty easy to crush. This is an amazing blue coin deck. Because you can just go ahead and drop down Belohun for crazy good value. With a shield and a boost. You can just go to town. But otherwise, protecting Belohun can get a little tricky. I don't know. This deck likes a really good long round 3. Because the idea with Cohen is that by the amount he's boosted, he'll boost all other units with that same power by the amount he's boosted. So if he's boosted to 7, and all your other units are boosted to 7, he will boost all of your units that are at 7s to 4. You do have to keep enemy units in mind. Okay, this is hilarious. I just finished my Saturday filming just now, because it is Saturday on Twitch. And we were just playing a Harmony deck that was really struggling. And now we got all of our draws. And let's see what we can do with it. So, Cohen I don't want. I'm also probably going to put Boiling back. Yeah, this is hilarious. I don't want Cohen yet, so that's why I'm putting him back here. So now if I can get Belohun down and if I can protect him or keep him alive or whatever, all the better. So we're going to use Royal Guards first just to give him some bulk. I do like Unshed Saber as kind of an interesting play with Harmony. So we'll start here with Royal Guards. Then we can play Belohun. We'll get him boosted to 7 and 2 armor if this guy sticks around. He does not. So one other option that we could have gone for if we were smart is a Dahlia onto that. Could be one good helpful option. Here instead though, we're actually just going to go for Nautilus onto Assault. And we're going to go for a Drummer. This is good value. And if we don't get the play we like, this Drummer is going to keep drumming. All the better. But here, if we can get Belohun down to 6 points, the opponent won't quite be able to get that with these Nature's Rebukes. Only so much removal you can run in that type of deck. Poisons will get to us, but by then we'll have played a Dahlia onto a Redanian Knight, which will come down. She'll come down to 5 points. The Knight will come down to 5 points, so it ends up as a 10 provision card that plays for 10 points with Belohun, and the Redanian Knight is going to go up to 6 points, making it an 11-point play in just one turn. Without a whole lot of thinking involved. Sentry is interesting here. I really thought this was going to be a Harmony deck, but it doesn't look like it is. This looks like instead I'm trying to go for Elves. Which is kind of awkward. So we're going to go for Belohun here. We get the lead over the opponent, so happy with that. Catwitcher doesn't make a ton of sense here, but who am I?
Are you fucking kidding me?
So now we just get to play a bunch of 4 provision cards. They're super cheap. Crazy value. So there you see it. Starting to just take the lead over the opponent. We don't even really have to do very much for it. I mean, Adalia and Belohun were big spends here. I guess we also played Amphib and Nautilus, so, you know. But they played their Fauve and their Call of the Forest, so. We're a little bit thicker on the points than they are, though I like the mid-range of Northern Realms quite a bit more than I like the mid-range of Scoia'tael. Havko could threaten this Belohun next turn. We'll just go ahead and play down Redanian Knight. Belohun gets removed. It'll be unfortunate, but it's certainly not the end of our game. At this point, we've gotten the play. We've gotten the value. Forest Protector is probably the best thing the opponent could play to stay in this. A bomb is quite awkward. So the opponent is damaging 1. 2 of these have shields. We're going to go down to 29, back up to 20, back up to 30, 31, 32. The opponent doesn't generate enough value here, so we're actually just going to take the pass. Be quite content with where we are. Opponent's going to have to make a decent play here to stay in this. But just a bit of an unfortunate mismanagement with math. You're welcome for that alliteration. Comes free. The opponent really stuck here. I'm guessing they probably don't want to play the cards that are left in their hand. They're probably decent golds. So they're either going to way overshoot here, or if they have one really crappy bronze, it's not quite going to be enough. Dwarven Chariot will get them there, but that was 2 points of carryover they're probably hoping to keep. The unfortunate play here. For the opponent, they are able to get the pass. But the Chariot is a nice Harmony proc as a siege engine. That was some good carryover for them. So, quite unfortunate. Now, we are running Pincer Maneuver here. So you have to think a little bit, okay, what do I want? What do I want to grab with Pincer Maneuver? What do I want to have come pre-boosted? We're going to put one of these archers back. And here we just play Vandegrift. Boiling Oil isn't super helpful here. Defender would be the only thing I kind of want to purify. Kind of get everything else. I'd like to see... That's great. One of these Tridents is really what I'm digging for here. Vincent's fine. Vincent pairs well with archers to remove like a big unit that comes down. Now, something I do sometimes, if I'm missing one of my 8-point cards, then I'll go ahead and use Pincer Maneuver to put Visigodo back and then pull him out with Amphibious Assault. But here, Cohen comes out at 5 points with Amphib. Stringer comes out at 6 points with Amphib. So I'm probably going to use Pincer Maneuver onto Anna since they're the same provision, so I get the same net value. It's easier to get Cohen to exactly where I want him to be. That being the case, we just need to start developing our board here. So we're going to go for Donomir. The only bad thing about this deck when you do get Visigodo to hand is I'm kind of out of options right here. But we do get 1 turn of benefit here. So something I can do, I could go for my Honest Stringer and start boosting her. Can also go for my Dandelion. Something crazy I'm going to do just to protect this. So I'm not going to get Honest Stringer here. I'd miss my Trident, so that's not so bad. So it's something that you can do. You get some really good value here. You just go for Radovid's Royal Guards. Pop them down. Go ahead and protect your Visigodo, just like that. That gives me some options. Just puts him out of range of the Treant, smashing down, crushing the life out of him right away. Oh, Siege Ladders is something that I probably should have come prepared with. That's fine. Famous last words right there. Here we're going to go ahead and put back Vincent Mies. I'm not going to get the Visigodo play I really want off of Cohen here. It's just going to be a little bit tricky to get exactly how I want it. So I like Anna a little bit better here. Well, Misa's going to find us at least 5 points of value. I would have moved him off. I don't fully understand what the opponent's play there was. Alright, Boiling Oil isn't all that helpful for me this game, I don't think, so. As soon as I put it back down, I'm going to regret that. And Visigodo still just gets points, right? So that's the bad thing with not being able to remove him. As long as Dandelion stays alive, Visigodo is going to be protected by his innate value. Plus, he's going to get a point every turn. Every time you play a card, every time the opponent plays a card, including when he procs leader. So Treant onto this Dandelion is probably looking pretty nice for the opponent. We haven't played our archers yet, though, so he doesn't really know what to be worried about. And we're going to play Priscilla. Still have these archers ready to rock. At some point, the opponent has to put down value. Harmony decks just aren't good for the removal. This is a decent play. It's really not great. We're just going to go for clean removal of one of these hawks. You see the opponent here going for this Dana Madob play. I think it's smart. He spent all his removal, except if he has a Forest Protector. Yeah, Gezris is going to do damage to our 2 front units, nothing to range. Let's get a lot of boost here. Quite nice. All right, let's go ahead here.
The sky'll burn with the eternal fire.
He's only going to do 1 damage to us, and it's over. So we'll just go for clean removal here. Keep our points. And we'll save up these charges for Vincent. This is just going to be a sad Gezros here. This Marauder doesn't make a lot of sense either. Does get a lot of harmony procs. So now the goal is to find the unit with the highest base score, which is Dana. We're able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to her. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Set that up. Then we play Mies. Knock her back down. Then you can clear her off. Proc another damage. There you got it. And here, just totally missing Cohen. Just unfortunate against the movement deck. It's not a whole lot we can do about it with the Visigoto, but we were able to just develop so much value. You're able to see here, when you get the draws, you just can generate so much value round one to really pressure out the opponent. Force their hand. We'll jump into another game. They had a decent amount of removal for a Harmony deck. But much like the one we were playing, Harmony seems to be really good for almost winning. But really poor at closing the gap. Alright, Precision Strike could be highly obnoxious. We're going to be rooting around for Belohun. I like to keep boiling oil in the deck. I don't need 2 of these. I may regret that. So something you can do, which actually looks pretty good this game, if I'm being honest, is using leader ability really early to get Belohun, just to get like a really nice round one. We have a few options. Nothing we can do here. We do have both our Tridums. We can go ahead and grab a hold of Amphibious Assault using Nautilus. But seeing that the opponent's willing to commit some stuff here, basically we're just going to play a few things and call it a day. Don't really need to stress out about it a whole lot. Some good general point generation here. I really just want to get them to play 4 cards and we'll get out of this game. But Vandergrift looks quite nice here. He has a shield. See if we can get Belohun and a drummer. Here, I think the opponent just kind of sensed we're out of this round. We don't really mind. Vandergrift maintains all his value here. Unless the opponent removes it, but then he's down 2 cards instead of just 1. So either way, Vandergrift kind of solidifies a short round 2 for us as a victory. Long round 2 to counter a bleed. He also is just a body for a drummer. Although I do have a Dahlia, it does give me some flexibility. So I don't want boiling oil. I don't want Cohen yet. I didn't really want Stringer in hand. Can't always have what you want, I guess. Oh, this is kind of brutal. Belohun plays fine in round 3 as well. Obviously, Alright, Melena's going to be obnoxious here. We're just going to go for the clean removal here. This also gives him a look that he might like. He might say, oh, I got the Onsace out. And he's happy with that. And I expect something like Novigradian Justice. Not sure what Murhaka Marauders are doing in this deck. So here I am partial to going for an Amphib. And we'll just pull out a Drummer. So we're going to go for Pincer Maneuver. We're going to put back one of these archers. Going for Nautilus here. Put back an archer. Here we just get crazy amounts of points. And we're just looking for a Drummer. And we just want to boost up as many units as possible. Make him think we're going to play Scytheman. He gets the look he wants. It's fine with us. We have everything we could want for a long round 3. Amphib's going to be coming back to hand. Cohen is kind of the only thing we're missing, so we're going to dig for either. So we're looking here for, I guess we do need Priscilla for maximum value, but really Belohun and Cohen should be enough to wrap this up for us. There's Belohun, we get Cohen with the grab here. I'm feeling lucky. I like this look. Oh boy. Oh boy, did we who brought the luck juice today? All right. So, here's the deal. He gets clean and clear removal as soon as he wants it. But we have a couple of ways of skinning this cat. So we're just going to start with Donimir. We can go for Belohun. That way we get on a stringer out at 5. Visigato at 5. Dahlia with the Drummer at 5 each. So this is obnoxious. It changes our calculus just a little bit, but not a ton. So this gives us 2 Drummer grabs. We're just going to try to like milk out as much removal as possible. Belohun isn't superbly helpful at this point. But he will give us an extra 2 hit points to Visigoda, so we're just going to go for him.
We'll put Mahakam boots to Imperial asses. So, the innocent don't get reported.
Precision Strike is just a little bit oppressive in that they have 3 charges and an additional 2 unit. Just causes us a lot of grief in terms of value. Here we see the opponent just laying down the boost. We're going to go for Honest Stringer here. We're just going a little bit slow on the Visigodo. But this gets Visigodo up to 6 points. He'll go to 5, then get boosted by Stringer by 1. And then Stringer also allows us to kind of tweak for Cohen on our own. Charon's annoying here, but it's really not the end of our day. I just want to try to trigger these all. Gonna try to get as many units to 5 as possible, just in case Visigodo gets removed here or gets pushed to the other row. I think here we see Nature's Rebuke come down. A little unsurprising there. Now we just set the power, so that's why you don't see the damage come off the Tridems. This is a little similar to Viper Witcher Mentors, right? They're not boosted, they just have the power set. We're going to go for a Danian Archer here. The opponent here opting for a lot of removal. A little awkward. Go for Priscilla here. I think we're going to see a bunch of, like, a Gaeton come down here. So we do miss the Cohen here, but again, he comes off awkward. So when we get him, he's awesome. We're just not getting him this game, and that's okay.
So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
Moving the Matron, she's just movement every turn for the opponent here. And especially if there's a second Matron, she just causes problems. Now this Precision Strike looking really awkward for the opponent. They just don't really have anything to match it. I think they're probably waiting for the Drummer. Obviously the Drummer not being played until late is lost value, but really problematic for the opponent. I really don't want Priscilla to take most of this damage, and she doesn't. We're okay. The opponent does get the look they want on the Adalia, which is very lucky. That's okay. Can't win every game, and Precision Strike is just really obnoxious to deal with. It just is, generally speaking.
With pleasure.
Now this is a bulky Redanian Archer, so we're just going to let him sit. There's no reason to, unless the opponent hadn't played the Heat Wave yet. Bran is looming large here, I guess, for this Archer, but not a ton we can do about that.
Army's a waste of time for mine.
And we just go for points. That's probably not quite enough for us. We get close, but not all the way there. But we were able to kind of force this Gezrus out till later. Yeah, we just missed our draws for round 1 this game. No, sometimes you can't get around that. But like I said, with Pincer Maneuver, you always have it. And Belohun makes it so you always have a good option. We're also on red coin, and this deck is very, very much prefers to be on blue. Being able to boost up these cards is just really helpful. We haven't even gotten the blue coin yet with this deck, so let's see if we can get it. I wouldn't recommend this as in tournament play though, just because once the opponent is able to see exactly what you have, they can count it out, and the surprise factor is important. Not much else to say other than that. Welcome to everyone joining. I really appreciate having all you guys here on Twitch. I'm just doing a recording for YouTube, so welcome to everyone on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. This will go up on Tuesday for Temerian Tuesdays. Alright, so I'd really like to get Belohun with all this trash. Vincent Meese plays really well with Belohun as well. Stringer I just would rather keep in the deck. Boiling Oil I like to keep in the deck. And this is now a life filled with regret. Adalia onto Drummer is probably the best option we have at this point.
Left, right, left, right,
here is a Cyberpunk fan, looks like. This is a cheeky play. A little annoying, but not a big problem for us.
Fall overboard and I'm not jumping in after you.
Problem with lockdown decks is you can either be control or you can put up a lot of points. There's not enough provisions to effectively do both in 2 different rounds. So he can kind of mess with me. He can force certain cards out. He can push certain cards back. Or if he does that, he's just not going to have enough value to counter my plays.
Nothing will stop us.
So this looks to be a hyper thin deck.
Attention! Present arms!
Alright. Now I think I probably want to get down Redanian Archer.
If not an illusion.
Just so we have some options. I see a lock would be problematic here, but nothing in the wall.
For country! For freedom! As good as dead.
Jeez. Everybody gets to make choices how they want to play the game. Some people, you know, like to be oppressive. All right, got a little glitch here. There goes. We're just gonna punish this Artorias. Out comes the Knickers.
What has that witch done?
So now he can't pass with the Vandegrift. It's nice for us. Or I guess he can, but we'll be going into a tied round and I carry over a card.
Gotta go with your gut.
Now we get the exact point plays that we want. Wow. Better really like the card. Oh my gosh. Talk about lucky duck. Okay, I get 2, 3 points. Okay, I have to count this out, right? So I go to 23, 25. Just barely shy. Oh. So you might go for a long round. There's Amphib. Okay, not great. We'll probably go for Amphib onto Nautilus for a 9-point play, just to get the boiling oil out too.
Wars are won with discipline, my lords.
Or we go up against the Helga and we rethink our entire lives.
A coat of arms is nothing you choose.
Invocation looms very large here.
Let's show him what real art is.
Some days you miss all your draws and your opponent gets all of theirs. That's just how it goes sometimes. Gross. Gross! The worst row to go to, too. If he had gone to melee, we'd have some options. Yuck! I think all attorney jousts are gone. Both of those, both of those. So this Helga is a little awkward here. Good punish.
Another battle.
But at some point, you're kind of in too deep, right? Nice.
Awaiting your orders.
Great. Good, good, good. Yeah, some games you miss your draws and your opponent gets all of theirs. I don't know. Maybe we should have dropped the Donomir round 1. Should have thought about the Yen's invo. I didn't think about it until later. So I probably should have done it round 1. He would have had it round 2 if he invoed it.
I heard you're a fan of my work. Ardently so.
That would have been okay. Alright. Finally get blue coin with like semi-decent draws. So Scytheman boosts himself, so I don't actually terribly love Scytheman. Heat Wave's problematic here, but so is Geralt. Delirium's awkward here. Might have something like Giga Scorpion.
Again and again and again.
Yep. It's okay. We got the removal out, so we get the look we want. Now we kind of just get to play a whole bunch of mediocre cards. Just fine. We only have one Tridum, so he'll go up in between. So to make sure we get value, we're just going to place this knight first. Also gets Ana boosted up by one more, which I kind of just like to have for flexibility. This is awkward and weird. I guess they're anticipating the Tridom and hoping to get value over that. Just gonna take a pass here. Whatever the opponent plays is gonna be a big spend, so. Tiger's Dark Mirror is annoying here, but it's not enough value for them to clinch this win. They get the heal from leader ability onto that crow. But they opt for the pass. We still have the card orientation we need. So here they get out the other crow messenger, but it's not enough points. I think they got frustrated and probably just rage quit. Math is hard. Just forfeit, please, friends, if you ever do this. You know, there could be somebody making YouTube videos. It's shorter than playing out the rest of the game. But yeah, I just think the opponent didn't get the build they wanted. They didn't get the look they wanted. They spent all their removal really early on one card. That was getting me a nominal amount of value, but not a ton. So there's your 10 wins with the Ronin outfit. Get Cosmic Aura after 200. So make sure you're making progress on these if you want this stuff, right? So if you don't, then for some reason it's not letting me actually use it though. So we'll worry about that later. Anyway, jumping into another game. Yeah, and if you ever want to just check your progress, make sure you just click on a journey and then it'll flash through however far you've progressed, which is quite a bit for me since I last checked it. And then one more PSA. I know everybody probably knows this season already. Winter rewards. Get those if you want them. Or just keep the meteorite ore. And then I am getting each of these scenarios. And then I'll get all of the borders and all of that stuff a little bit later. But just to show you guys how this works, you just make progress on each of these trees. Get all of the locations. That way you can build them into any of the decks you want. I already have Doldu Lock, so that's why I haven't done this one. I'll check it out later. It's the V border is pretty nasty and can haunt your dreams if you're not careful. I don't know if Chairman Wu's on right now, but the V literally haunted one of our very own friends in his dreams. He posted on Discord, so it's free game. Eater's pretty creepy, but V destroys whole cities and murders Alzer, so you know. Be terrified. Do one more game. We finally get Nautilus. We keep using like Amphib onto Nautilus. Okay, we're gonna put. We'll actually keep Scytheman this game, and we'll put Visigato back. And we're gonna put. We're first. We're on blue, so this changes my Kekos just a little bit. Okay, don't love that. Okay, that's fine. All right, so here, what I'm gonna do. Just gonna go ahead. play our Belohun.
So, the innocent don't get reported.
Now we get to play a whole bunch of trash bronzes for awesome value. Vincent also is very nice with Belohun. So he goes up to 5. Then you just have to reset like a 2-point card for him to meet provision cost. So Belohun just makes a bunch of Northern Realms units that were medium playable, much more playable. I don't know, there's not really a better way of saying that. Now I'd really like to have a Dahlia, but having already spent Amphib and the charge here, I'm just gonna go ahead and use Redanian Knights. But we'll start off actually with Redanian Archers to just give us a little bit of flexibility. Comes down at a bulky 7 points total of value that has to be removed. So kind of just let him sit here. Then we can put Roderick's Royal Guards down to give some more armor to these Redanian Knights. But they gain points every turn, so we'll just play them. And Royal Guards can be played to melee road. They'll get boosted up to 5.
Long live acceptance.
Now, the further and further the opponent tries to go to catch up, the harder and harder it'll be. We just have so many ticking engines. And these knights are really worthless, in my opinion, without Belohun. So, both if you're playing a different deck or you're playing with Belohun, don't worry about that so much. Keep having them. I'd like to see something with a little bit bigger value. The Magni Division gets skewered here. So the opponent doesn't really have any ticking engines. Onsace also works really well with Belohun since he comes down to 5, so he can duel right away. But the often play so early tells me that the opponent wants to at least try to contest this round.
If the king demands a head,
Oh, and here's what we're talking about. Go ahead, we get him armored back up. And now the opponent's really in a bad spot. They can't play anything without being forced out immediately by this Redanian Archer. And we guarantee a long round 3. Question is if we want to contest this next round a little bit more, and I kind of think we do. Let's see if we can get something other than this boiling oil. Like this combo. Don't love Vincent here, so we're going to put him back. Now, we're missing a whole bunch of cards, so I'm going to hold on to both. I'm going to hold on to probably just Amphibious Assault, actually.
they charge it. Swarm will stop him.
Just try to force this down into a really, really tight round 3. This lock is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We just need a body for the drummer.
Beaters forward. Let the hunt begin.
It's better with a Dahlia, so you get the shield. We missed her, and I don't really want to try digging for her. The opponent starts to sense they need to start putting up points. There's the second lock.
Few poachers dare venture into the
Now I'm going to be crazy. Don't try this at home. Etc. etc. So this just gives me some flexibility. I'm also just kind of like juicing out all the removal. This is actually an excellent play by the opponent, though. I'm happy with this look, though. No more leader. Onsace is threatening. That's fine. Vanhamar is really obnoxious here.
Words mean nothing now.
But we can kind of just keep forcing the opponent to keep playing cards. Hoping to see this on Sace use his ability right away. He does. Well, the opponent has to play some stuff, but doesn't want to overplay. They might find that difficult after using leader. What does this get out? Dahlia? Alright, we are secured with the Vandergrift here, but I'm going to pass anyway. I don't want this Damien getting the refresh. At least not for free. So there's the coup. They get the coup back for free, but now we get last say. So we get to find out if he has bronzes in his hand.
There are things in the universe of which even the sages
Does
have
not.
dreamt.
So we're just going to put Vandergrift back. He's not any use to us anymore. I did not want Mies back. Scytheman is really not all that helpful. I really need one of these three. Okay, Dominator works.
Behold Nilfgaard's iron might!
I can get both Dandelion and Priscilla. The question is, will they survive?
Hey, Redania! I am no Nilfgaardian.
Well, we just kind of got toasted. There goes the game.
Sometimes the price is too damn high.
Yeah, this doesn't have any text. So obviously, you know, Igni would be really helpful here. This is game over. We're just gonna go ahead and forfeit this. There's no reason to keep this going. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the other wins we had today playing this deck. It is a lot of fun to play. There's no reason to keep playing that. Everything else I had was based off of boost. My Visigoda was locked down. He had his own Visigoda, and that here was rocked, ready to go. We just needed to get a little bit more bleed out of the second round, and we just didn't have quite the right cards to do that. The Hero Quake's also stealing that Adalia was brutal, but really good plays from the opponent. I really like that deck. I'm gonna think about doing that. But until next time, good luck on the path. Get out there, keep on Gwenting. Bye.